I went from losing followers daily to gaining over 10,000 followers and reaching over 500,000 accounts just by making this one simple change to my Instagram Reels. And it wasn't improving the quality. See, a lot of people think it's about quality. 4K, filming vertical, fast cuts, captions. All of this stuff does matter, but this is all the way at the end of the pipeline when it comes to creating Instagram Reels. The one change I made was simply making my content shareable. The entire basis of growth is getting new eyes on your content so that they even have the opportunity to hit follow. As simple as that is, here's how you can make your Reels more shareable. Ask yourself, why would somebody want to share this? This is how you determine the value property of the Reel. The 3 pillars of content value are education. What can people learn from this? Entertainment. Is this entertaining? Inspiration. Will this inspire or motivate somebody? Hitting one of these value pillars is a hit, but hitting 2 or more almost guarantees you a VFM reel. VFM means viral for me. This is when a piece of content that I put out is getting significantly more engagement than all of the other content that I put out. We're all busy humans, man. We all got stuff to do. And on top of that, it's already a million other people and businesses fighting for our already limited attention. Don't waste people's time. Make your reel as concise as possible. In simplest terms, get to the point. Ask yourself, how can I make this as concise as possible but still be understandable to the person who's looking at it? Some reels will require the entire 60 seconds to get the point across, but the majority of them don't. The person who grabs my attention in the first 5 seconds and delivers the information as fast as possible is probably gonna be the person who's gonna get the most engagement.
No. Broke out the Vetus, a 2-seater, it ain't got no room. Come from the trap, I got them bowls locked up like a coon.
If you were able to deliver your value in only 15 seconds, that's great. If you were able to deliver your value in only 30 seconds, that's great. But don't feel like you need to use the entire 60 seconds because it's available. I know how to play Call of Duty really well, and I could probably make an amazing reel teaching people how to get nukes. But is that relevant to my target audience? The next thing that you need to ask yourself is this relevant to my target audience? You can hit all 3 of the value pillars, and your reel can be as concise as possible. But if it isn't relevant to your target audience, then it's pointless for growth. I've seen this happen in the past before where creators will make a reel based on a trend that's not relevant to their target audience at all. The reel blows up and they get a ton of followers, and then nobody's actually there for the content that they actually make. Create content around a niche that you want to live in. It's cool to venture out beyond your niche every now and then a little bit, but don't make content that's not relevant at all. Determine your value pillar, get to the point, and confirm relevancy. Then and only then does the quality of your reel matter. Quality being the only value pillar for your content makes it a lot less likely for it to be shareable. Because think about it, everything online looks good, and honestly, some of the most successful creators on Instagram only use their phone. Your quality should really only be the icing on top. But if you're looking for a camera that has the quality and makes the process easier, I got the perfect tool for you. This is a ZV-1 Mark II by Sony, and this is a compact camera option that offers you professional quality for your content creation. One of the biggest reasons why the ZV-1 Mark II is a great option for content creation is the size factor. It's tiny, which means you can literally throw this in your everyday bag or throw this in your pocket and always have it on you. And whenever you need professional quality for your social media content, you pull it out and you got that on you. I like this thing a lot. Like, look at the size. It literally fits in the palm of my hand, which is crazy. This would be a great alternative to the smartphone. And this is honestly probably smaller than the smartphone that you have. I'm filming with the ZV-1 Mark II in this shot, and you can see the quality is crispy, the autofocus is accurate, and the lens is wide. The widest focal length on the lens of the ZV-1 Mark II is 18 millimeters, and this is pretty wide. The reason why you need a wide field of view though is if you're gonna be holding the camera out in front of you, you're gonna need the shot to be wide enough to actually capture you in it. Whether it's horizontal or vertical, this thing does a really great job at that. Another really great thing about having a wide focal length is that you can actually utilize the stabilization inside of the camera and still have a wide shot. Active mode stabilization in the ZV-1 Mark II does a really great job of smoothing out those micro jitters. And I find that that makes the content a lot more easy to consume. You can focus on the content that's being shared and not all the micro jitters and the rumbles in the footage. I think that the stabilization looks great on this camera, and this is definitely something that you want when you're making content. Just messing around with this camera for a little bit, I like it a lot. I think that the size factor is awesome. It has a really nice built-in microphone, but it also has a hot shoe mount if you want to use an external microphone to get better audio. It has crisp 4K options. I think that this is a great option to create content on. Just always having this on you, being able to pull it out, get some crispy footage, some crispy photos whenever you need it for your social media content is such a game changer. After using this camera for a little bit, another thing that I really like about it is the fact that this is a zoom lens as well. So you can not only get really crisp, nice wide shots, but if you want to get detailed shots, you can zoom this lens and the footage looks really good. This camera also has a few visual preferences that you can apply in camera, so it requires you to do a lot less manipulating in post. So if you have an aesthetic that you want to continuously apply to all of your content, you could do that inside of this camera, which is awesome as well. It also has a soft skin effect if you want to smooth out your skin in the footage. If you're into that, I'm not personally into that, but if you are, I think that it's cool that you can apply that sort of stuff inside a camera. I think that this makes the process of creating content really simple for the people who might not have all the cinematography knowledge, or if you have a ton of cinematography knowledge like me and you just want to simplify the process and have this all in a compact body, this is a great option. I like this being simple, small, and having a crisp footage and me not having to think too much about making the content. After applying all the tactics that I shared earlier about making your content more shareable, this is the quality that you need to be adding as the icing on top. If you guys are interested in the Sony ZV-1 Mark II, it's gonna be a link down in the description for you guys to check it out. Make sure you guys shop this camera at Best Buy using my link, because Best Buy has really fast shipping, delivery, and pickup options, and they also have a price match guarantee, which is awesome. Make sure to hit that link down in the description. One thing that I want to bring back to the channel is reading off comments from my previous videos. So if you want an opportunity to be featured at the end of my next video, drop a comment down below. The first comment comes from the bro6653. He says, awesome shots, man. Why do most videographers film at 24 frames per second if 60 looks much smoother? Honestly, 60 frames per second is smoother, but it just doesn't look real. I think the reason why videographers film at 24 frames per second is because it's the closest frame rate to what the eye actually sees. You pair that with the correct shutter speed, then you should get motion blur that looks like real life. You want a film to look like you're actually in the film, you know? So real to the extent of whatever you do beyond that with set design and lighting, but you still want it to feel real, the environment. So that's why they film at 24 frames per second. Next comment comes from Demkazi, and he says, I think I need a tutorial for this at 1 minute and 52 seconds. He's talking about the slow motion performance. I've talked about this a lot in previous videos, but I've never done like an in-depth video or tutorial about it. Let me know that in the comment section if that's something that I should do. Next comment is from the Rex Files that says SnorriCam, not SnorriCam. Is that actually what it's called? Is it not called SnorriCam? I don't know, y'all just put me on game. But that's the end of the video. Drop this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Remember, drop a comment down below to be featured at the end of my next video. Also, check out the Sony ZV-1 Mark II if you're interested in. There's gonna be a link down in the description below. I'm out, y'all. Peace.